Welcome to Automotive World, everyone. I'm your host, Mr. We have another top story tonight. We have the pricing for the all-new 2025 Chevy Equinox. Now, just before we get into this, we just have some basic pricing on just the starting trim prices. We don't actually have the pricing for when, because the builder is not fully live yet. The product page is up there, but we don't have pricing on the all-wheel drive models yet, obviously, as those are going to cost more. But what we're going to do is we're going to go and look at the 2024 versus 2025, as there are some price increases, unfortunately. Just keep in mind here, we're going to start with the 2025 model year first. This is what everybody wants to see. We're just going to keep in mind here, we can see these little asterisks up here. These prices up here, they're going to exclude the destination charge, which on the old one is about $1,395, so about $1,400. These are going to exclude those destination freight charges, any tax, tag, title, license, any other dealer fees or optional equipment, and obviously if there are any markups there, this would also exclude that as well. So what we're just seeing here is the pure MSRP pricing. This is going to start here. The LT trim is going to start at $28,600. It's about $2,000 more than the older trim, which I'll show you in the starting one. We've got our RS version coming up here to start at $33,000, as well as our active version. However, obviously, as we can see here on the pictures, we can see the RS, is loaded with a little bit more. So the picture that is shown there, that RS is built to be $33,495. That is without those other fees, versus where the active is at that $33,000. These are going to be the things, obviously, within the trims, you'll be able to, these are all the features that you'll have on those engines and on all those trims, excuse me. Like I said, the builder's not live right now, so obviously if we were to, put this in an all-wheel drive configuration, this would cost more. We just have the starting MSRP for the trim levels of the new 2025 Equinox. We're going to come over here to 2024. The 2024 model, like I said, starts at $26,495. The new LT model starts at $28,600. Just keep in mind here too, this is going to say $27,995 here. That is going to exclude the tax, tag, title, any license, dealer fees, and other optional equipment. However, this price on here is different than this price, because these prices down here are going to include that destination fee. The price down here does not. So we're going to keep it with the net price here. So the net price of a front wheel drive LS would be $26,495 versus the $28,600 of the other one here. So I mean, obviously if we do some quick math there, it's it's obviously a little bit more than 2,000, but if we did it exactly, 28,600 minus, what was it, 26,495. So if we do that minus that, it's $2,105. So there is a difference. There is a difference, unfortunately. There is a over $2,000 difference. Like I said, that is without any of those other fees or anything. That is for the LS. The LT, as we can see here on 2025, there is no more LS. So the LT is the new starting trim. So while you can also say that if you look at the pricing between this one and this one, it's really much closer than it actually seems. However, it is a bit different pricing wise. So the LT on the 2024 is going to start at $30,890. That is with that destination fee. Keep in mind with that, this is without the destination fee. So assuming if that $1,400 destination fee is there, that would then drive up that vehicle from $28,600 to, that would drive it up exactly to $30,000. So it's it's within about an $800 difference. But keep in mind, the LT is the new starting trim. In terms of the RS here, we have that starting, and we can see here also, just because like I said, that is with the destination fee. So with the net price, it's actually $29,390, and so obviously that's close to that $800 difference there. So it is still a little bit over $1,000 when you consider the destination fee for the new starting trim of it. However, if you compare this one with the destination fee of the old one and then you do the net price, it's anywhere from about $800 to slightly over $1,000 difference. With the RS here, though, we have it starting at $31,340. With that destination fee, it's $32,345. So if we do the 31,000, we come over here. We know the RS is starting at 33,000. So obviously some quick math there. It's about 2,700 difference there. Keep in mind too, this here is without, like I said, that destination fee. This one has it on here. So either way, we are looking at increases of at least anywhere from 800 or 1,000 to, I would say about 800 to about 2,000 between the range here. And then our Premier trim here, which we're not going to get on the new one, we're going to get the active trim here. That's also going to start at 33,000 as well. We can obviously see that net price here. It's pretty much the same here as the RS, which is kind of like how the active and the RS are here. The Premier trim on here is about you could say a $200 to $300 difference or so at $31,695 versus the RS at $31,340. We can see that same pricing here. So I mean, if we were to do it here, MSRP is starting at $33,195. The MSRP of the active trim and the RS here is starting at $33,000. But like I said, you have to keep in mind this here is the price without the destination fee, any other fees. This price here does have the destination fee at there. It's still without any of those other dealer fees and things like that, but it does have the destination fee. And then we do have to remember on these 2025 models that we can click on here. This is excluding all fees, including destination freight charge. So even though, yes, it looks like the 2024 model year, or even though it looks like the 2025 model year in a way, it looks like it's kind of getting cheaper. It's really not. There is a price increase across the board. Even if, you didn't have, any markups or didn't get any options or things like that, you are going to pay that $13.95 destination fee, assuming it is the same fee, which I believe it is. And then obviously, any other dealer fees and things like that. So realistically, you're going to be looking at it be at least $2,000 out the door. And we can go on all the trims here as well. And if we click on here to the exterior and the summary, we can see that destination fee, that fee is $1,395. Coming over to the newsroom article here from Chevrolet, they do not mention if the destination fee is going to stay the same. They do have the latest MSRP available on Chevrolet's website, which we are. I would assume the destination fee is going to stay the same. I don't see why there would be a need to increase it, but they don't give us a definitive answer on that, so it also will be interesting to put a little disclaimer there and see what that's going to be. Obviously, they're probably not going to make it. If they change that, it's not going to be cheaper. So, just keep in mind, on top of all the fees and options and things like that, there is going to be essentially a $1,400 to $1,500 fee for destination that you are going to pay. And then they do state here in their article that for the 2025 model year, it will be available late 2024. And additional details will be, announced at that available closer time of production. So this vehicle is not currently in production yet. It's going to be, and we will start seeing it very late 2024 going into 2025, and will have more details at that time. So probably around in Q3 we'll probably get a little snippet, and then Q4 it'll go on sale. In terms of capability, it is does have a maximum towing capacity of 1,500 pounds when equipped with that all-wheel drive trim. We do have here with the we'll have different types of driving modes: normal, snow mode. We'll have off-road mode. Really interesting, nice to see that. We're gonna have a whole host of safety features here. In terms of the additional safety ones here, there will be these features here as well. So obviously we're gonna have things like the automatic emergency braking system, forward collision alert, pedestrian, bicycle braking, distance indicator, lane keep assist with lane departure warning. We're gonna have obviously all these other things as well: rear vision, rear view camera, adaptive cruise control, rear park assist, enhanced lanes keep assist, rear cross traffic braking, enhanced automatic emergency braking, And we have some, information here. All trims include the Teen Driver technology package, which is, going to give them those safety features, and it's going to help them and encourage them to, drive a little more safer, and they'll be able to track things, metrics and things through the My Chevrolet mobile app. Through that here as well, we just have some more information on the vehicle. It's going to have available wireless charging, standard 6-speaker audio system. Obviously with the RS trim, it's going to be a little bit more distinct. We'll have some stitching in the seats, things like that, certain, special colors, embossed RS logos in the headrest. We're going to have some special features on there. But really, we're just focusing more on the pricing on this vehicle. So like I said, to keep in mind as well with this pricing here, this is just the starting pricing for that trim. That does not include the all-wheel drive pricing. Obviously, if we come over here to the 2024 model years and we go to all-wheel drive, obviously those prices are now going to increase. We know that the LS trim is gone. That would have been a trim starting at $28,095. With that destination fee, it's about $29,595. So even if you got, let's say, for sake of it, even though this trim is going, let's say you're basing your next Equinox purchase off the purchase of this vehicle, you're looking at this trim, either way, this vehicle is still going up in price. And that is, this is still without adding all-wheel drive and the destination fee. So either way, this vehicle is going up in price. We come over to the LT here. You're going to be starting at all-wheel drive, $30,990 with that destination fee, about $32,500. Keep in mind, obviously here, you're already going to get to 30 plus the all-wheel drive. So, across the board, this vehicle is going up. Like I said, this vehicle, depending on which trim that you're looking at, this vehicle really is going up anywhere from about $800 or $1,000 all the way up to $2,000, and obviously out the door. Like I said, without the destination fee and all those other, taxes and fees and things like that dealers may charge, and optional upgrades, which you as a consumer may choose. And also if you're financing the vehicle as well, if you're not doing 0% interest, realistically out the door, not only out the door, but realistically out the door and after, you have paid off the loan, you're looking at an incurrence of anywhere well over $2,000 or so. So, this vehicle is getting a little bit more capable. We are getting new features and, some some newer styling. I think the new styling really looks a lot nicer. It doesn't look, I still don't kind of like how it looks pointy like that, but it's definitely, I think, a way better styling than these vehicles, right? Than the old previous model year. But unfortunately, the 2025 Equinox, while it is getting better, it is looking better, it's getting more tech, it's getting more features, it's also getting a bigger price. So unfortunately, no matter how you look at it, the Equinox is climbing in price across the board. And as they said, when it comes out to its on sale date, we'll have more later details at that time, and they'll probably update pricing. We'll be able to see the all-wheel drive pricing as well. So that's going to conclude our story here. But yeah, the 2025 Chevy Equinox all new is receiving a price increase across the board, and it's not necessarily a small one. So that's going to do it for this video, everyone. Thanks for watching.